probably for the last, it seems like decade, last 10 years, everyone's been trying to shallow the golf club, but we still get hit down the ball. We have to be steep at some point, right?
So similar hand positions, but two very different club positions. So a lot steeper on the left-hand side, a lot shallower you'd say on the right-hand side. And it's steep, getting steeper on the left. So yes, although it's steep, it doesn't mean steep is hitting down the ball more. As you can see here, only a small minus for the attack angle, bigger minus for the shallower swing on the right-hand side. So it's a better strike from being shallow on this occasion, but we need to steepen the club up at some point. But it doesn't need to be early on in that swing.
So good example here of a player who was trying to get an improved impact position or improved strike on the golf ball by hitting down more. We can all agree we need the angle of attack to be down, so that'd be a minus on TrackMan. We want to hit down on the ball with an iron, ball, divot, that type of contact. That's what we need. Now, to do that, you don't have to be steep. So a lot of players will try and hit down by going this way, steepen the club up, sometimes too early. We need to be steep at some point, but like we said, we don't want to come too early this way, because eventually you'll go so steep your body won't let you do this because you'll just smash down on the top of the golf ball. You'll probably do something like we see quite a lot. A player for whatever reason will get quite steep on the downswing. They'll then early extend and push the hips forward, and that makes the club fall behind me, and then we get a bit stuck, a bit flippy. And you know what, going from this steep position here to this and this makes you hit more up on the golf ball. So it might be some intention to go steep to hit down, but your body just won't let you do it from here. You're even higher handicappers. There's no chance you'll just do this. Very rare. So if you go steep, you'll probably do this, and then it will get a bit scoopy through the ball, and you'll hit up on it. Divots before the ball, fins, tops, that type of thing. So the drill we've got here is encouraging the player to, one, get shallow and make sure you know the cause of it first. So don't just jump into this drill straight away. Work with your coach, speak to your coach. Why can't you get here? Isn't mobility, isn't understanding? Is it a movement pattern that's causing you to come steep in the first place? But once you understand why, if you want to learn how to get shallow and still strike down on the golf ball, the stick we've got through there, and the ball is completely underneath the stick if I look down straight above it. What this prevents is, if I do go steep, I'll know about it because I'm going straight into the stick. If I go steep and recover and get flippy, I'll probably hit it on the way through after the golf ball. So to still hit down the ball from a shallower position, once you've got, let's say, somewhere here, however you do that, I know now I can't hit that stick this way. Very unlikely I'm going to do that from this position here. So to get the club to the ball, I can pivot really hard now on that left foot, which is something I wouldn't do from here. There's not a chance I'm going to turn and do that. With the club behind me here, I can start to rotate onto my left foot, and I'll look a little bit more shaft lean, pressure forward at impact rather than scooping it. So with the club behind me, yes, I do want to turn, and that shaft lean is going to help me hit down on the golf ball. I can turn through the ball more because the club's in a better position, it's not coming steep, and that's going to help me hit down. So from here, again, if I push my hips forward, the club's going to go that way, or even if I go shallow and just try and swing more out to the right, I'm going to hit the stick afterwards. So from here and turning, that's going to, one, help the attack angle. I'll still hit down on the ball from here, which is great. It's also probably going to keep your club path, depending on where you get to here, out to the right. So those that are worried about turning left and slicing across it, don't, because especially if your club's here, if I turn hard to the left, my body's going left, hands are going left, because the club's behind me and not from a steep position, the club head kicks out that way. So the path is still right. The more you hit down, the more the club path goes right. So top of the swing, if I get shallow from here, can I get under that stick, avoid it on the way down and on the way through? You'll hit down on the golf ball if you're doing it well, and your club path won't be left because you're hitting on the down part of the swing. Any questions on that? Leave some comments below. Being shallow in the right time is a good thing, but you still need some descending strike on the golf ball.